So 70 is often called the connoisseur's vintage.
Oh, have
because you had a yeah, I'm talking. Oh yeah. So 63, 60 was quite good. 63 was like but a lot of people think 66 is better. All right, and then they had 70, and it was great. Great 60s, round it off with great 1970,
Yeah.
and then not a good classic proper vintage until 77.
Yeah.
So everyone is like all hail 77 because it was like
Yeah.
it was like thank God, you know, we've been resurrected, and everyone forgot about 70.
Yeah.
But 70 is better.
I
in my
love.
opinion.
I love 70s.
It's better, and port people love 70.
Yeah, I really do.
And
Really do.
70 for me is all about polish.
Yes.
77s are a little bit playful, a little bit loosey-goosey. 70 is better. It's more concentrated. This...
I'm just don't pay any attention. Just sit there and enjoy.
So this is Gonzalez Byass.
You may need to smooch in a bit.
Which is known as a sherry house and still is, but they did make port for a bit.
Yep.
Or they did bottle port.
Well, here's the thing.
This is an incredibly
Sherry house in
decent...
Portugal.
Yeah.
So, some
no.
of Sandlands and...
Oh,
But
right,
this,
okay.
this is an incredibly decent representative 70. It's a benchmark 70.
So the gist with Gonzalez Byass, and this is where we actually have some relative consumer information. Gonzalez Byass bought in the 50s, I think it was, Butler Nephew, and ran it basically and became big production and so on. And we now stock Butler Nephew, who are very much now a tawny producer. Gonzalez Byass, however, they had their own port house. They were making these wines. This is the first one I've ever tried. So I've never had a Gonzalez Byass. So I don't know.
My notes. I've never had one.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect from it.
But
But
this
It's quite serious.
It tastes like a 70 because it's silky, it's refined, it's put together, it's persistent.
it's got a little bit of alcohol-y, peary sort of thing coming through.
I don't think it's.
It's so charming and it's so humble and it's so like decent.
For me, I would put it different. I thought it's quite serious. Like I almost like this, like a hint of smokiness on top, and then it has some guts like on the palate, sort of structured grip.
I'd say it's probably by and large of all the wines in 70, it's probably one of the less beefy.
Yeah.
But it's still great.
What's weird about this is that the nose doesn't have as much fruit as the palate does. The
But the
palate's
palate's
got
still-
the palate has got a lot more fruit coming through. The nose, you're getting that pear, you're getting that alcohol, you're getting that savoury characteristics and a little fruit. But the palate just becomes this. It envelops your mouth. It's got that gracefulness, that elegance, that prettiness.
It's graceful. It's polished. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what 70s are.
But, and this is the key thing, tannins have completely gone. It's just really pure, really simple.
It's like it's suspended, it's floating, it's doing its thing, it's peaking. In its own way, like the tannin, the structure is all dropped out of it.
Yeah.
And it's not tethered to anything, and it's just silkily like floating through the atmosphere. It's
and
just,
there's toffee.
yeah.
It's like being covered by thorns.
It's in that very delicate window, which is not long, and you have to catch it, where all of the structure is gone.
Yeah.
And it's not falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
It's floating.
It's poised.
In poise, and it's marvelous. And we're very lucky that we're catching it at this point. 70.
It's going to be this particular wine, not 1970s vintage, but this particular wine's going to be buggered.
Yeah.
In 5 to
5
10
years.
Yeah.
This is what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, John?
This is why you celebrate.
It just reminds me of the cigarettes I smoked yesterday.
Of the what?
Cigarettes he smoked yesterday.
More
Right. Okay.
In a very good way.
Well,
don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Smells
first
like
time for us. We have no knowledge
Never had
over
Gonzalez
house style. You know,
Thank
this
you
is
very
the first
much.
one.
That's
It's
really
cool,
cool.
isn't
That's
it?
really
so
cool.
Yeah.
This is the second 70 I've tried.
70 is just buy 70.
Yeah.
It's
No, don't. Because we want.
No, it's so good. And drink it now and hold on to it a little bit more.
Hold on to the big guys.
But it is.
Can I just say
It's
the
just
colour?
70 is just the best.
Yeah.
It's not as expensive as 66. It's
No,
not as
it's
great
not.
as 66. But by jingo, it's more drinkable.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, that's the end of our little sort of
Whatever
week
that was.
of tasting note videos.
Sorry, I almost said Thanksgiving. What the hell?
Yeah, no, it's
Christmas.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas kale.
Yes, Christmas
Merry
chaos.
Christmas chaos.
Yeah, exactly. So, gentlemen, always a pleasure today to wine with you. Thank you for coming up on. We're filming these all on Christmas Eve.
don't let that man.
Yeah.
I've been wearing the same outfit for 5 days.
You wear the same outfit for 5 years.
Whoa.
I mean, at least you guys are wearing hoodies. I'm wearing a hoodie.
Yeah. Dress up next year.
No,
John is our
Never.
resident teenager.
Yes, exactly. I love you
Police,
I love you
police.
too.
guys.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you all. I hope you have a lovely one. And we'll be back next year. Won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course we will.
Yes, we'll be back, God willing. Have a lovely New Year.